if you're as into your astrology as I am, and I'm not an astrologer, you might find some of this stuff interesting. I just thought it'd be quite handy for people who are a little bit like myself, in that you're kind of into astrology, but you don't know how to read a birth chart and stuff like that. But you'd quite like to know some of the things that perhaps are impacting upon your world and how that might materialise. So I'm just posting various bits and pieces that I've experienced that I was unable to find myself when I was on YouTube, to sort of like find out, well, if that happens, you know, what sort of things are going to materialise in my world. And one thing which you can do, just to really briefly check to see how astrology impacts upon you, is finding out where Uranus is right now in your chart. It's about to move from Taurus into Gemini, but you'll need to do your birth chart to find out where it falls within your birth chart. Okay, and go to Cafe Astrology or astroseek.com. There's loads of places on Google that'll be able to help you out. Now, Uranus is all about freedom, sudden change, shocks to the system, upheaval, autonomy, freedom, those types of themes. And you can have a little look as to, you use ChatGPT and simply sort of say to ChatGPT, look, Uranus has been in this area of my life. What changes should I have seen? What should have materialised? And so that will just give you a heads up. It'll give you a little bit of reassurance, actually. Oh, look a minute, some of this stuff actually works. And then you can have a little look as to where Uranus is going to be when it goes into the new part of your chart come July, and perhaps it'll give you a heads up as to perhaps some of those areas of your life that you might just need to be aware of, that are going to be up for potential shifts and changes. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, I can't remember what I've talked about right now, but sadly, of course, something I mentioned earlier just the other day seems to be materialising. So all the astrologers over the last number of years that have been posting on YouTube have all been talking about how whenever Uranus has gone into Gemini, the United States goes to war, or it finds itself at war. And lo and behold, sadly, it seems that it's heading in that direction once again. So as much as it's not a particularly positive one to highlight, it does seem as if patterns are repeating themselves once more.